Nifty index shows recovery. MCX Gold hits 82,000 level. What will happen next? Let's know in today's FMTA for the 2nd of February 2025.
Welcome to Unfolding the Secrets of Elliot Wave Theory through today's financial market technical analysis and updates about weather and monsoon in India and around the globe.
FMTA for the 2nd of February 2025. Hello all and welcome to a new session of FMTA longer version. And today is the 2nd of February 2025 and we'll be discussing what happened in this week and what are the possibilities and analysis and forecast for the next week. So yes, it was a budget day yesterday, that is the Saturday 1st of February, and it was quite a positive budget as I discussed in the previous FMTA short where I was discussing the small cap and mid cap, and I did see that the 5 waves were almost done. And also I had discussed in the FMTA also that the markets have become divergent and there is a possibility that we will see a reversal. Well, I had discussed few levels and I have made slight changes in the pattern shape. So it did make another low in this week, and I do have all the counts here. So yes, it was ending diagonal, but the entire C wave is not the ending diagonal. The 5th wave of the C wave is an ending diagonal. So I'm just going to show you that. I'm in the Nifty 50 index, NSE, and this is the daily chart, and I'll be going there. As we can see here, this is the 4th correction and this is the 5th of the C, and this dotted line, the orange dotted line, I'm just going to take care of it and I'm just going to place it here, and let me take care of this. Yeah, so what we have here is, just a minute here. So this will be my first, that is C wave, 5th wave, first wave, 2nd wave, then we have the 3rd wave, this is the 4th wave, and then there is the 5th wave, slightly going like this. So that's how, we have got the 5 waves here, and just a minute, yeah. So this is how we have got the bounce back from this particular level, that is around 22,000, the low that is 22,786. So, well, it was slight beyond our support of this particular trend line. It's not very great moment, but yes, finally it was divergent, and the positive part here is that it has moved above the level of 23,417, and also we have got our trend lines back, and we have the support of the trend lines again. So I would like to discuss what the support and resistance and what will be the bullish movement for the Nifty 50 index. So now anything above this particular purple channel would be a positive movement. Just a minute, looks like the channel has a slight problem here. Let me just clone it again. Maybe some error, some glitch. So I've got my channel back. That's the point. And we have anything above this particular channel, that's going to be 23,972 levels, and also anything above this level, 24,237. These both levels are quite positive. It has to have a very bullish closing, that is at least, the market should have good 200-300 point movements above this particular channel. So now also, as we see, the ABC channel, that is the corrective 4th wave channel, is also the blue one. Prices have taken resistance of it. So we want the markets to close on Monday and Tuesday in a very good note, because the budget has been quite a positive one. We would see positive market is what I feel, but Monday and Tuesday will decide everything. So we want at least the markets to close around 23,756 level, at least 200 points above this particular blue channel. So that's the Nifty 50 index. And then let's go to the Bse Sensex. So Bse, here it is. Well, even the Bse has done wonderful, and we've seen how this trend line has given us support, and finally, the ending diagonal looks like it has ended, and we have seen how the markets have bounced. And well, also this one is the fifth wave of the C wave and of the fourth wave, the primary fourth. So good movement. Yes, there's been an indecisive one because Saturday was also working. So what would be a good bullish movement for me? Anything above 80,029 or 61 levels would be a very good movement for the Bse Sensex 30. And if the markets close above this channel, then we will see a positive bullish rally. That is the uptrend. Maybe the uptrend will start. So we have to be patient enough, as markets have corrected quite much and it's been quite a volatile entire last couple of months. So we just want to be patient enough so that we are not stuck again. So that's the Bse Sensex. What would be the support? Well, prices should not trade below this, that is the 75,805 levels. It should not trade below that, or I would just say that it should not go in this particular area of the ending diagonal. So let's see what happens. And then we of course want to see the global market. So we're just going to check Dow Jones. Well, Dow Jones, I have some levels with me. It has given quite a bullish upside, quite good candles here, and well, it slightly missed making an all-time high, and I think the all-time high was around 45,073.63. That was on the 4th of December 2024, and the 31st it made a high of 45,054, but it missed slightly by few points. So we'll hope that it makes an all-time high again in the next week. So what will help me in understanding whether it will not continue or continue the bearish side, I will go in the hourly and let's be prepared. Well, I have used this as a first point and this one as a second point, and I have a trend line in place. It has broken the level of this particular trend line. So we are looking for a correction. It might continue the correction because slight divergence in the hourly and the daily. So whether it will make an all-time high or not looks doubtful to me. And what would be the next level is something we would not want to know. But yes, I'm not very happy with this gap. I had discussed this previously also. Well, we don't want that it should come and cover up this gap, because that would be quite a fall. It's going to touch 42,658, which right now I am not very keen on. So what would help me? Well, I'll be using Fibonacci now. I will be using this as my start point and this one as this particular as my end point. And the first level that I would like to discuss is 44,247. Well, I don't want prices to go beyond that, and if it does, we will see the next level as 43,791 level. So because I don't have any more scope of using a trend line, I'm using Fibonacci. Well, why did I use this particular start and end point? I would like to you to learn on this one. So that's the Dow Jones. Does not look very positive right now. And let's look at Hangsang. Well, right now the Dow Jones is trading at 44,544. So this is the Hangsang index. Well, it's going daily, not quite positive here, quite indecisive candles, both of them. So it has traded above this primary channel, but nothing positive yet. So whether, we might see some upside to it or not is slight doubtful. Well, it should have given a quite bullish candle above this. So again, quite doubtful on the Hang Seng also. So global markets don't seem to be very positive right now. Then what would be the next? Well, Hang Seng right now is at 20,225. If we want to discuss, we want Hang Seng to, go around 21,068. Then it might, continue the bullish upside. And what would be the support? This channel again would provide us a support. Anything below 20,000 would not be a good sign for the Hang Seng index. So that's the global market. Now let's look at currency. So this is USD against INR. Well, it moved above this channel. So yes, it continued the upside. And what would be the next level? Well, I see this as a resistance, and it is 86.81. Well, that's a small spike which it can easily do. What would make me positive on a stronger rupee would be the USD against INR falling or giving correction. So it has not yet given any sign of correction. Anything beyond this channel, well, I'll go in hourly so that it's much more clear. Anything below this lower trend line would be a bearish movement for the USD against INR, which means the rupee will get stronger. Okay, so the level would be, let me just drag it a little bit. Well, anything below 86.11, we will see a good correction in the USD against INR. Right now, does not seem like it needs to enter this channel to continue the downside. So let's see what it does. So USD against INR, not indecisive kind, so not very positive yet. So then we have gold, of course. So we are going to check out the gold futures for the ICE USA. So ICE is right now trading at 2,835 levels. I'm in the hourly. Well, it made an all-time high. It went for the fifth wave, and we have seen all-time high for the gold also. Gold touching, whooping 82,000 rupees. So for, of course, 10 grams. So here we are, and the fifth wave has worked amazing for the gold futures, and also I see that ICE has reached its own target. Well, there is slight target left yet, so I do have a channel that will show me if there is going to be any reverse. Because like I discussed previously, after the fifth wave, we do see a ABC of that entire uptrend that we saw. So we want to be very careful while we go for a buy, and also if we go for a sell, we want to make sure that everything is just perfect. So I have this first point, that is the start of a motive of the fifth wave, and then I have this first correction that it made, and I've used these 2 points, and I have dragged a trend line here, which is quite a good trend line for me to understand the trend of gold. Anything below this for the gold futures ICE would be a bullish moment. So anything below 2,800, that is 2,800 levels, would not be a very good moment for the ICE gold. Well, if you closely focus, you will see the 5 waves here. So that's one. Let me change the color. Let me use a blue. Then this is 2, 3, 4, and then we have the 5. So this is a correction of this entire movement. well, whether it is the end of the fifth wave or it is going to continue the upside. If it breaks this particular channel, then we know what's coming. So it would be a bigger correction. So we have to be careful. And yeah, so I see gold futures looks slight corrective to me for now. We have to be careful, and anything above this particular 2,863 level, that is the all-time high, if it breaks that, we might see more upside to it. So these are the two levels which I would like to discuss. Well, it's going to be in a corrective phase very soon. So gold futures look not very bullish right now. So be careful, and let's go into the MCX Gold futures for India. So we have the gold touching, wow, look at this, 83,271. Well, I want to discuss this. There was an expiry for the gold futures on the 5th of Feb. There is actually. So I am wondering that the next future contract expiry is, I think, 4th of April. So prices will adjust accordingly as traders will roll over to the April 4th contract for further trades. So that's the reason why we are seeing this particular upside in the gold futures. So this is the expiry and the rollover. Both contracts have been, utilized here, and that's the reason why we see, because the 5th Feb expiry gold future did not touch 83,000, it did touch 82,000. So this is the April one. So it's the same thing. You can no longer trade in the 5th February contract, and it's going to be only for the people who want to take physical delivery of gold. So this one is now an April contract for the gold. So gold futures April, the high is 83,360. Well, this target was for the Feb future, and it did much better than the 81,135 level. It touched 82. So that's an amazing uptrend and an amazing start for the 5th wave. And yes, I am quite crucial about a correction now, and I feel like there is an upcoming correction for gold because 5 waves are done. And inside the 5 wave, well, if I go in the hourly, there might slight be something more left. Well, what would help me? I would be using a trend line. Well, the upside started from here. So I'm using this as a first point, this as a second point, and I'm just going to drag that. So here I am. This trend line will help me to understand if it's going to continue the upside, or are the waves done, and will we see any bearish movement or not. Well, anything below 81,200 levels would be a bearish start for the gold. The gold will start correcting, and well, if it still keeps taking support of this channel, we might see another all-time high for gold. So this would be my support for gold. So be careful as we are nearing a good rally of the upside, end of a good upside. So we have to trade carefully. So this is it for the gold futures, the USD against INR, and the NIFTY 50 index and the global market with the BSE. So any questions, if you have, you can always put up a feedback on the YouTube channel or on the Insta channel. And this is it for today. This is Vaishali Sheth signing off for Alpha. Thank you.
Kindly like, share and subscribe. Learn technical analysis and get specialized in wave analysis today and be your own fund manager. Why to rely on others when you yourself are aware of how to do your financial investments? Get your commodity currency and annual monsoon report. Also, we offer career counseling programs with assessment from class 8 to up till your graduation. So thank you all, and see you in the next session of FMTA.